Hello everyone, welcome to Cyberscoop TV. Greg Otto, your managing editor here. We're coming to you live from the 2017 RSA conference. And I'm talking with Casey Ellis, the CEO of Bugcrowd. Casey, thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
So, a lot of what we've seen in cybersecurity in the past 9 months, DNC hacks, Mirai botnet.
It's been a big year.
Right,
Yeah.
but it's been a very pessimistic year, obviously.
Yep.
But what you're doing, I feel like, is one of the more optimistic things in the cyber community right now. So, talk to me about what you're seeing and sort of the groundswell that you've seen at RSA with regards to bug bounty
Yeah,
programs.
for sure. And I think a part of it is actually caused by all the pessimistic stuff. You know, with security, the awareness of what happens when things are done poorly and things go wrong kind of drives it, because the option is always to do nothing,
right,
and see what happens, right?
Right.
So what we've seen over the past little bit is a transition around bug bounty programs from if to when and how, from the more traditional industries. It started off in technology, and I think they've been on board with this and working out how to get going for a long time now, but now we're seeing interest from retail, financial services, government, critical infrastructure, the more traditional verticals that you wouldn't necessarily equate to cutting edge technology.
Right,
Makes sense, yeah.
right. So as this kind of grows outside of the tech sector, how do you see, what are your conversations like with companies that are looking to get into this sort of mindset when it comes to cybersecurity?
Yeah, they're trying to figure out how to get started. It's a concept that's very simple on the surface. You invite hackers to come and look for stuff, and you pay them if they find it. But then there's obviously a lot of devil in the detail, and that's the part that they want to understand. It's
right.
How do we operationalize the process? How do we pay people? How do we create trust around the relationship between the researchers that we invite and us as an organization? How do we manage the signal and the noise? Get
right.
through the different data that comes in that we're not as interested in, and get to the things that we are, things like that. And I think the thing that brings them to us is that our focus as a company has always been on that operational component of it. It's not just about the brilliance of the idea of bug bounties that Netscape started. It's about how do you make it relevant to me as an organization.
Right. So with what you guys are doing, I think it's very interesting in the conversations around the cybersecurity workforce, because we have all of these programs and trying to get kids into STEM programs and trying to find jobs, because there is that gap in cybersecurity jobs. So I'd love to hear how you feel bug bounties fit into this equation of trying to fill the space.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, there's two parts to that. I think one is just the model itself creates greater efficiency in how the existing workforce can be connected to the problem. If you've got lots of people with their own sets of skills being incentivized in a different way, you can make that more efficient, right? So there's that. But then in terms of how the community that we're seeing is growing, people are observing the bug bounty phenomena and seeing it as a really low barrier to entry on-ramp into the security industry itself. So we see kids, we see people come in from IT backgrounds, we see gamers, all sorts of different folk that have been looking at the industry for a long time and thinking, I want to get into that.
So as you carry this positive momentum into 2017, what do you see as the future? What things are coming down the path that you're excited about?
Yeah, I mean, two things. One is that the concept of having a way to accept reactively vulnerability reports from the wild will become ubiquitous, and the rate at which that's accelerating is increasing, which is a great thing. I think at some point in the future we'll see a tip where you're actually getting called out as an organization if you don't have a way to do that. So that's one side of it. But then the other is this adoption of crowdsourcing as a better way to do vulnerability discovery and engage that hacking workforce to replace things like penetration testing and scanning. Yeah.
I mean, it's just fascinating to see how much this has struck with the community, especially within the past couple of weeks. Some dark web markets have launched their own bug bounty program.
That was interesting,
So you definitely have a good idea on your hands here, Casey, and I wish you the best of luck in 2017.
Appreciate it.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
For all of our videos, check out our YouTube channel, and for more information on the RSA conference and all things cybersecurity, check out cyberscoop.com. I'm Greg Otto. Thanks for watching.